Hello students, I hope you all are fine. Today we will start with the last part of the chapter collection of data. Look at this mind map. Already we have done sources of data collection, that is primary source and secondary source. After this we have done modes of primary data collection, that is direct personal investigation, indirect oral investigation, information through questionnaires and schedules, and information from local sources and correspondents. After this, we have done qualities of a questionnaire. Now, today we will start with the last part of the chapter, that is sources of secondary data collection. So, that are published and unpublished reports. So, what do we include in the published reports? Government publications, semi government publications, reports of commissions, publications of trade associations, journals and papers, and there are some unpublished reports by any government organization. Now let's start with the collection of secondary data. There are two sources of secondary data collection. One is published resources and one is unpublished sources. So let's start first with the published sources. First point of the published sources are government publications. So Government of India published a variety of statistics every year as their routine activity. So this data is very much reliable, like Annual Survey of Industries, Agricultural Statistics of India, and Report on Currency and Banking. Next is semi-government publications. There are some semi-government bodies such as municipalities and metropolitan councils. What are metropolitan councils? These are local bodies working for the education, health, water, sanitation and electricity facility of their local areas. So the data collected by these semi-government publications is very much reliable. Next is reports of commissions and committees. There are different commissions like Finance Commission, like Planning Commission. They also publishes a variety of statistical data. Like Planning Commission, one plan is of 5 years. So the Planning Commission publishes a variety of data that is based on the growth rate of different sectors of the economy and how much government is spending on the growth of each sector, like how much government is spending on the growth of agriculture and on the growth of industries. And Finance Commission is publishing a data like the budget, how much money will be spent on the different sectors and how much is the revenue source of the government through taxes. Next is publications of trade associations. There are different trade associations which are publishing a variety of statistical data, like Sugar Mill Association publishes the information regarding the sugar mills of India. The Cotton Mills Associations publishing the data about the cotton mills of India. Next is publications of research institutions. There are different research institutions like Indian Statistical Institute, and next is National Council of Applied Economics Research publishes a variety of statistical data on regular basis. Next is journals and papers. There are different newspapers like Economic Times and magazines such as Commerce and The Facts for You also publishes a variety of statistical information. Next is publications of research scholars. Different research scholars are there who are publishing information of statistics from time to time on regular basis. Next is international publications. There are some international organizations like UNO is United Nations Organization, International Monetary Fund, World Bank and ILO, that is International Labour Organization, also publishes a variety of statistical information. So these are the different sources of published reports. Next is unpublished sources. Time to time, government organizations are collecting the data for their own investigation and research purpose, but sometimes this data is not published. So these are unpublished sources of secondary data, but this data can be used by other people for their own search purpose. Now, what precautions should be kept in mind while use of secondary data? So, why this point came? Because this data is collected for some particular purpose. This data is available. So now we have to see the points to make this data reliable. So whether the data is reliable or not means whether we can dependent on this data or not, whether the data are suitable for the purpose of inquiry or not, whether the data is adequate according to your purpose of inquiry or not. So these are the points should be kept in mind. Ability of the collecting organization. Whether the organization who has collected this data has appointed the investigator who is experienced or not. If the experienced investigator is hired, means data is reliable, so we can use that data for our inquiry purpose. Next is objective and scope. For what objective that data was collected by any organization, and does this available data is suitable to your objective of inquiry or investigation. Next is method of data collection. One should know what was the method of data collection. Was there direct personal investigation, indirect oral investigation, mailing method, enumerator method? So this one should know. Next is time and condition of collection. Means whether the data was collected at the peacetime or the wartime. If data was collected at the wartime, that time collected data cannot be used again at the time of peace. Next is definition of units. There are different units of measurement like nominal, ordinal, ratio and interval. So one should know the measurement of scale. If measurement of scale is not same, so we can modify that according to our purpose of inquiry. Accuracy. One should check the accuracy of data. If data is accurate or right, then that can be used for their inquiry purpose. Otherwise, it cannot be used. So these are the different precautions should be kept in mind while using the secondary data. Now next point is there are two important sources of data collection of secondary, that is Census of India report and National Sample Survey report. So first we will start with the Census of India report. Census of India report is published after every 10 years and it is published by the Registrar General and Census Commissioner of India, and it is very comprehensive report. It publishes the reports on the size of population, what is the increase and decrease in the growth rate of population, distribution of population means in which state population is more and in which state population is less. Population projection means it is about the future prediction of the population, what will be the growth rate of population in the future and what will be their age and sex ratio. Next is density of population, sex composition of population and state of literacy rate. So these are the different areas covered by the Census of India report, and it connects all the states and union territories of the country, and each and every household of the country is covered in the census report. Next is reports and publications of National Sample Survey Organization. National Sample Survey Office publishing information report of statistical data on the variety of economic activities in the rural area as well as urban parts of the country, and they are releasing this information through the quarterly journal known as Sarvekshana, and that is popularly known as NSSO report. So what are that different economic activities that are covered by the NSSO report? That is a migration of people from one area to another, that is of the employment and unemployment rate in the country, that is the total expenditure by the consumers, total income of the people. So these are the different areas covered by this NSSO report. So what are the different important agencies who are collecting the information? That is National Sample Survey Office, Registrar General of India, Directorate General of Commercial Intelligence and Statistics, and Labour Bureau. So these are the different agencies collecting the information on the economic activities. So today we have covered the different modes of secondary data collection. I hope all these points are clear to you. Revise these topics at home. Thank you.